dick swingers!
Death metal dick swingers!
Death metal dick swingers! DMDS!
Right, Discogs.
Discogs. Let's do it.
Discocculation.
Okay. This week. Oh, sorry, I have to do it really slow because it's this week. The album for review. I sound like the fucking guy from Malcolm in the Middle. This week.
Oh yeah.
What, Stevie?
Yeah, Stevie.
You have to. Do you want my inhaler? You can borrow it, and every time you do it, just take a puff.
Reap the whirlwind. Ahab, Call of the Wretched Seas. Ahab. German Funeral Doom 4-piece. First full length released on Napalm Records in 2006. That's all the important shit. All the vitals.
Yeah.
That was actually faster than the album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
well, I
faster
mean,
than
yeah.
any section on the album.
Yeah, that's true. That's accurate. Yeah, suggested this one just because I like
I
this
better
album
put it
a lot.
on, actually.
Yeah, I've got it on.
I haven't.
I've had it on for the last 6 hours. It's still going.
I somehow
The first song.
okay. Number one, shitbag. How did you manage to be sick on your notes?
I fell asleep. Like this is.
I feel like this is an excuse for having no notes.
No.
Don't get the homework.
No, I fell asleep on my notes, and I fell asleep on the floor when Ed was over, and we were drinking with Ed. And I went upstairs
You
to grab
somehow
something.
had your notes directly by your head.
No, I threw up on. Yeah, because I knocked over everything in my room. I found out it's where my room got tidied the other day as well. Because I was like, oh no, if they're sick of my notes.
Yeah, I
it's
wondered
gonna-
why you were tidying up, because you never fucking tidy up. What's going on? Something's
Okay,
happening.
I guess there's some validity there.
Yeah, I threw up in my room. So.
But then, how did you manage to redo your notes for a hour-plus long Funeral Doom album in less than an hour?
Because it's just all I've written slow on every track. No,
Really?
No,
Is that true?
no, it's not true. it's true for the first song.
Well, because I've not gone. I've got to be honest, because in anticipation of you two cunts, I've not really gone to a lot of effort in this album review. So, because I know that you probably haven't.
Okay, I have not written fucking much, so might be the shortest album, the shortest Discogs for.
We've done for the longest album.
Great. Yeah. All right. That's fine. All right. I'll just quickly fucking intro then. I like this album. It's a good album. Okay. That's track number 1.
Below the Sun. I guess me and Shitbag will go first, and then you can go last.
Well, I had a question that I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I wanted to go first.
Okay.
So you'll have to tell me if I'm right on this, Shitbag. But there's a how do I describe it? There's this there's this drum cymbal sound that I originally thought was a closed hi-hat that's kind of used like a ship's bell. But on closer inspection, that doesn't sound quite right. Is it a cowbell?
Which part?
It's about 8 minutes in.
What, to Below the Sun?
You'll hear it, yeah.
Oh no, that's a ride bell. Ride bell.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the John Lee bell.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I was thinking that you might mean the stacked. He's got stacked symbols in Old Thunder, but I heard like the China symbol that's stacked. That's what I
Right.
thought you might have meant, but no, this one's it's just a ride bell.
Okay. Cool.
So it's a good, it's a
Yeah,
nice
that makes
sounding
sense.
bell, but
What is a
Yeah, it
ride
is,
bell, shitbag?
a ride bell is the curved bell section of a ride cymbal. So in the center you have a dome, which is called a bell,
Mm.
and then you've got the shoulder of a cymbal that goes out, and then you've got to the edge of a cymbal. Is what you call.
Okay.
That's the anatomy of a cymbal.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna pretend I know the fucking ins and outs of a drum kit. So yeah, I was doing my best to try and work out what the fuck that was, but guess I got my answer.
You'll notice it in other things because it's pretty distinctive sound.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say it's in every slam song. It's like ting ting ting.
Right. Okay.
What's that? What's that song? Don't worry. It's a pop song. Da 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 da. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell me why you have to hide away for so long, and then it goes ting 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 because it's got the most heavy metal drum beat in it for no reason.
Well, I guess yeah, if you two just want to go first.
Okay, there's a cool riff that's about 5 minutes something in. It's like brr,
Yeah.
bub, bub, bub.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's got the ride bell. That bit's pretty cool.
That's everything.
Well, I'm just like it's a slow tempo. It's slow tempo.
It's,
Yeah.
it's slow.
You have the
I'll give it that.
like. I'm going to be slow in my answer in response, but it's got
Good. Yeah.
no. It's got like a guitar tone which makes it sound like notes are longer. So it always seems like it's like every time that the guitar hits, it sort of like goes to the next drum beat and then it will go again. It's like it sort of rings out. I guess it's just like the distortion. And
You mean the fuzz? That's
Yeah.
classic Doom.
yeah,
element
that's
there.
what that it's like. You can hear it, and then
Yeah.
like throughout the song, it's like every note just gets longer, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
alright. Like it's a pleasant enough listen to.
Mhm.
Your thoughts,
Yeah.
please, Mister Do Hammerhead.
Yeah, not an extreme amount. Not my normal fucking essays of reviews here. Just a couple of things, I guess. Like the main thing, and this is something that I'll come back to on this album and this band in general, is that they're just very good at setting a scene. The initial little haunting melody, for example. It's like you're hearing it floating out over the sea, and then you mentioned the riff already, so I don't really need to say anything. But it's a very satisfying riff about the 5 minute mark. It's very sort of classic funeral doom, mournful quality to some of the melodies that you'll hear. and yet it also still sounds somehow profoundly underwater. And then obviously Shitbag has elucidated on the ride bell. I like the use of that. As said, it sort of gives me images of like a ship's bell in a storm. I've pointed out that 8-minute mark there, how that sort of sinks into the riff that swells up and down with the cymbal at the end of the riff. Just very good at their imagery of waves crashing and like salty sea spray. Yeah, that's really all. Track number 2, The Pacific.
I'm gonna say in the middle when it slows down. I think that's musically meant to represent the eye of a storm, right?
Wait, it slows down?
No, like where it's like all the heavy thing stops and then it's like just a piano and then it comes back in.
The guitar comes back in.
Yeah, is that meant to
and it's like,
yeah, is that musically representative of like the eye of the storm in this song?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go as far as to say that specifically. Yes, that's obviously what they're going for.
But I'm saying, is that what? Because I know as it goes, it's like I read heavy sections in between, and then it's like that bit specifically about 5 minutes in where it stops being heavy.
I don't know. I mean, I see that as a valid thing.
Yeah, I thought that's what it could have represented. So that's
it does. Yeah, no, you're right. It because it does stop because the vocal says silence, and then it just slows down.
Yeah,
I guess that's a good way of signifying a stop in the music.
Stop.
Yeah, stop.
Hammer time.
Cut. Yeah.
Disavow.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Blank space. For me, that what I liked about that. So, how when it stops and then the guitar comes back in with that fucking. I don't know how to describe it. I swear to fucking God, it sounds exactly like a whale call. Like when the guitar comes back in after the quiet section you've mentioned.
No, it doesn't sound like a whale.
Sounds like
Doesn't sound like a whale.
sounds like an
Whales sound
elephant.
What? That just sounds like an obese dolphin.
Yeah. What's a whale then?
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Do whales go underwater? Do they? Is that what they do?
I'm not a whale. I haven't got the fucking vocal apparatus to make whale calls.
Not bad, it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are ya? Who are ya?
England.
Wales are FC football hooligans.
North FC, Whale FC.
They just take up the whole pitch. I want a whale as a keeper.
The North FC fucking, you know, the lad with the drum.
Yeah.
Exactly, Wales. Come on, England!
Come on, Boo, my son.
Come on and goo-boo, my son. All right, let's move on. And then that lead keeps building and building into like just very good at building up. Even at the start of the song, how it just sort of builds up into that first evil riff. And the end of the song, yeah, is very, very badass when it fades out with the spout thick blood. So really.
Yeah.
Shall we go on to
Let's move on.
the most listened to song on the album?
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah.
Old Thunder.
I just wrote that I like the clean intro with that melody comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love how this starts with that beautiful lead going into the definitely very scene setting. I don't know if I'd really call it a riff. In my opinion, perfectly captures images of aggressive waves again. In this one, like you're on a smaller boat at the mercy of the current. The elements sort of coming together about halfway through with a distant, echoey lead and a more aggressive drumming. and the droning vocals into the Old Thunder chant. Quite nice, and the riffs after this are pretty sexual. The ending with the ship bell sound again. I appreciate it. It's good. It's good. Shitbag, drop me some shitbag truths.
Well, I wrote about the drums on this one.
Yes.
I wrote an essay about the drums.
Bass, his bass drums or kick drums, as you will, cut through so nicely because it's like cut, boom, 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 like that. It's just so much nicer in this song than the other ones. And I on that point, I was like, this song sounds more rounded as a song than so far in it. I think this is why it's got so much more listens, because you can listen to this as like, oh, okay, this is what we expect from this band, sort of thing. And as it gets deeper and the thundering drums, and then the vocals kick in. Yeah, just thought it was a good for all-rounded song, and his China hits at 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Ba 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 ba. That's like, okay, now we can start playing heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
I think, yeah, it's just a really good way of doing a song structure. So that's my opinion on it.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. And then it's sort of the ending is similar to that build at the 2 minute mark with the riff and the drum going dun 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 like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like it rounds it off at the end. All rounded nice song.
Yeah, I do quite love that but that like that sort of, I don't know, that combination of elements.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, good shit.
I think it's definitely why it's got the most listens to on the album for sure.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I would say this is probably maybe my favourite song on the album. Maybe second favourite song on the album. But yeah, anyway. Go ahead, Warhound, what you got to say? Anything? You have anything to say?
No, I would have done it differently, but
I would
Go on,
have.
then.
I would have put
definitely-
about 100 beats per minute on it, and just no, like the riff where it's like dun dun dun. I would have put some flourishes and stuff in there, you know, just to,
Yeah. I think
the main
we're
thing I'm
talking about the
thinking
same
is
thing
like
on that.
every fourth one, so it's got like dun 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 for like start, and then after a while it goes dun 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 dun, like, so it builds up a bit more, so you got an extra little bit. But I'm not like, I don't make money off music, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So,
I think we're talking about the same thing. This is, I guess, another area where, to me, it seems more like they're trying to set a scene than necessarily go for like musical flourishes.
yeah, but
There is,
do they want me to listen to the fucking song?
yeah, right. But on that, I'll carry on. There definitely are flourishes, like the later on, and in other riffs, like sort of the riff about halfway through. There's like that. No, yeah, about halfway through. Like the use of like vibrato and stuff is just really, really satisfying. They obviously know how to add flourishes, but I guess this is what.
It's a personal thing. I think it's personal
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah, I'll elaborate on that in, I guess, conclusions. But yeah, let's leave it there if we want to go on to the next.
Yeah.
Oh well, of the monstrous pictures as well. That's just an interlude, so I don't think there's really anything to say about that. But
I was disappointed. There was no pictures of whales.
it's actually a chapter name in Moby Dick.
Say Dick.
That's why it's
This
called
is a
that.
Christian podcast. You can't say that.
It means Richard, so.
Oh, okay.
I've also been called Moby Dick. Moby Dick, small dolphins, man.
Well done. Well done.
So, yeah, that was a good joke.
Yeah. Pretty good. Right. Okay, anyway, should we go on to the sermon?
Yeah.
More like the semen.
Got him.
Oh! Starts off with more sort of wave imagery, almost like the sea is calm instead this time though, and going into that main riff. I've got to say, that is a fucking sick doomy riff. Also pinch harmonics in this one as well. Also, yeah, following the calm section in this song, the instrumentation coming back in is sick as shit. But yeah, that's really all I've got to say on that.
Well, I wrote there's a deep rumbling throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that would
hey-
be the bass.
Like it's just like the whole way through. It's like just rumble. And then heavy chugs.
Yeah.
So heavy chugness is what I wrote.
Chuggo.
Come on, fucking guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this album with you here. I'm gonna listen to Chuggo now. Bye.
I do like that riff in this, man. The main riff, fucking sick. Anything to say, Warhound?
I think you got it.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah. I'll be honest, like it just sort of it's background music
Yeah, that's fine.
to me. I'm just like
I was.
That's
I
on.
predicted this. I asked you, should I suggest the Doom fucking album? I told you everything about it. And you're like, no, yeah, it's fine. All right.
It is
Whatever.
fine. It is fine.
Whatever.
Like I don't mind because it's not like we're supposed to. It's supposed to be like a book club, right?
Yeah, it can't only be stuff that you know you're going to like.
Yeah.
Right. Again, it's true. That's true. Yeah.
Because I might maybe one day you'll suggest to me a 4 beats per minute fucking
Grindcore.
4 beats per minute grindcore.
Imagine it though.
It's just funeral doom but misogynistic.
How can you? I guess technically it can't count as grindcore if you. Well, obviously
If you
not.
change the fucking genre, no.
How does a 4 BBM song fit in 30 seconds though? It's 2 beats.
You could try it. You could. I mean, there must be a way. There must be a way.
I was thinking. No,
I'm
sorry.
imagining it. I'm
My
thinking about
previous comment about misogyny, I was thinking about porno grind. Not.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to The Hunt.
I will say this song is fucking cool to me. I realise you two probably can disagree, but the guitar just sounds fucking massive and is fuzzy as shit, and the distant floaty vocals as well. The scene is set very well. I guess in terms of the narrative, this is where the crew have a chance to actually actively hunt the whale, and then the part where it's like whale ahead, and then it's like it goes into that fucking riff. Fucking sick riff. And I think some keys come in as well here. With the whole like wave cymbal noises carrying on, with the kick drum coming in, the tension just seems to like rise and rise until evidently the whale manages to escape, and we slow down to like uncertainty and that haunting lead. I appreciate this song. That's all I got to say about it. That riff though is fucking sick.
Well, I was like, the vocals sound like it's multiple chants as he's doing it. So it's like he's vocaling, but it's like multiple layers of his vocals.
He's vocaling.
And then I was like, well, it starts gently, and then it's sort of like an orchestral score from a film halfway through it.
Definitely. It's a very, very narrative song.
Yeah, and then I goes the heavy. It's got very top heavy guitar tones, like heavy. Like you can hear over the top is just constantly a heavy guitar tone. It's good.
Just fucking fuzz for days.
What do you find, Warhound?
Yeah, it's a Funeral Doom track.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well then. So, are we done?
Yep.
All right. Track number 7.
Abbott's.
What?
Abbott's Oath.
Abbott's Oath.
Abbott.
What?
It's Ahab's Oath.
Right.
I said band name in the title, best track of the album.
Yeah. I have a lot to say about this. Probably not too much that I can say. The lead is cool throughout. Keys are cool. Drum is cool. Cool.
Real cool.
Yeah.
Trying to put together a joke about the sea, cool, Fonzie, and jumping sharks, but I can't think of something. But those are the constituent
Jump the
parts.
whale. We've jumped the whale.
Yeah, we've jumped the whale, like the Fonz.
Yeah.
We freed Willie.
It's not really very alarming for you, is it? I think you're constantly free, Willie.
Yeah.
I've never freed my Willie in my life. I don't know what you're on about.
Just pisses himself.
Just pisses me pants.
And he then manages to be sick directly on his notes.
Mate, if you saw the photo of everything, I should have taken a photo.
You can't say you should have seen the photo and not have a photo.
You should see this photo that I don't have.
That implies that it exists. What the fuck? Oh man, you should see this painting that I've just done. I wish I actually did the painting.
I can see it in my mind. You should see it. It's fucking sick.
Lads, can you do me a favour and listen to this song that I've just writ? You'd really like it if I writ it.
All right, can you stop? Okay, so
Abba's oath.
Abba's. If you change your mind, take a chance, you'll be first in line. Take a chance, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Right. Band name and the title. Heavy on the bass drums, and it's about 2 minutes in. It goes on the bass drum. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
And then, if you listen to it, it's like I wrote more guitar tone, and then at 8 minutes 30, there's a hint of a slam.
There's a slam.
There's a slam.
8 minutes 30.
Yeah.
All right.
That riff
Let's have a look.
is a slam.
It's just a slow slam.
It's a slow slam, yeah. But it's a slam. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, all right.
So if that was a little bit faster, it'd be like, dun, 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 dun. Like, I nearly started punching the floor when I heard that little bit of slam.
Okay, yeah.
Dig them away to China, mate.
I can see what you mean. All right.
Notes over.
Yeah. Okay. I guess let's just get out of here.
Ahab's oath is very similar to aha boat.
What?
Aha!
Aha, boat. Where did the cow come from?
I was about to do it. Where did the cow come from? Hamhead, have you ever watched Alan Partridge?
It's never interested me, so I've not seen it.
Welcome to the Death Metal Dixons podcast with your two hosts.
Your two hosts.
So, what's the final ratings, my friends?
All right. Should we drop some conclusions before?
Okay, yeah, we'll conclude.
You lads go first. Go on. Just drop your little conclusions. Go on.
Right. The vocalist's pretty good, actually. Quite like vocalist. Very slow. Background music. Not for me.
All right. Okay.
Other people, it's not like a fucking cup of cold sick or anything.
It's just not your
Yeah.
thing. So you know that it's a taste thing.
Yeah.
Rather than
Yeah.
okay,
I
yes.
can, like, people would enjoy it. Clearly, people do enjoy it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've seen
so,
some reviews online and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
It's definitely a classic in terms of funeral doom.
and
Even just doom. But yeah.
because it's not like a cup of cold sick, I'm going to give it 4.5.
Well, I'll go on to that as well. As a person who likes heavy music and fast,
I
extreme.
mean, Doom is as heavy as you can get. I think you're using that incorrectly.
No.
No, don't mistake. You're making a mistake with what you think heavy means.
All right. So heavy means slow then. Okay. So I like fast-paced heavy music.
It's like
I
black
like
metal isn't
extreme.
heavy.
No, it's
Just
not.
because something's aggressive.
I've never
No,
said
right.
black metal's heavy, mate.
No, I'm
Heavy,
just giving you an
right,
example.
Heavy to me, right? Bloodbath.
Yeah.
Slow riff over fast drums sounds fucking heavy as fuck.
Well, I'm thinking you know, like heavy. That's my sort.
It's this. Well, it's the. How to describe it? It's like it's the level of the fuzz, the sort of what's the word? The
Deep doesn't mean heavy.
No, not. But it contributes to it.
But because the heaviest band in the world is Conan, and we all know that. They are the
Conan's pretty heavy.
The heaviest band in the world. Pretty heavy. So if we're gonna go heavy,
they're over. They're a bit overhyped.
Yes, but they are the heaviest band.
No, I don't really think that's true.
That we know to be true.
It's not. It's not
it
really
is,
true.
Mate, that is true.
No, it's
on
not.
On a scale to how heavy you are, on the scale from, let's say, Beatles to Conan, this band's Ahab level.
Well, that's a stunning contribution. Stunning contribution.
What's your rating, shitbag?
My rating is now 7. No, jokes. It's 3.5.
So
Okay.
average.
It's halfway, yeah. Because I can the factors are, I enjoyed 2 of the songs. I would not listen to this whole album again, but I wouldn't mind.
Would not listen again.
Would not listen to it again, but I wouldn't mind if someone put it on and be like, okay, yeah, fair play. I guess you just want to fucking be bored.
Jesus. Fuck it hell. Right.
That's the harshest thing I've ever said, and I absolutely love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Doom is definitely the heaviest genre.
Fuck off.
In my opinion. No, it totally is. I mean, Conan, you're saying they're the heaviest band. Conan is a Doom band. I think I can kind of get what you mean with, in terms of Conan, though, because I don't know if they're technically, I suspect they are by the way they sound. I know that thematically they aren't, but in terms of sound, I'm pretty sure they're a stoner Doom band. And that is is one of the heaviest sounding genres. But disavow Conan because they've turned into the girlfriend band of Doom. So
I thought we said girlfriend bands were sometimes alright, but you just got to be aware that they're girlfriend bands.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Horseback Battle Hammer. I've got the first I don't even know if you call it pressing if it's a CD, but I got the first release of Horseback Battle Hammer. It's fucking classic, very very good EP.
I got that on a slab of wax.
I don't think I do. I'm not sure though. I have to have a look. But they sort of went per album they released. They seem to get
More girlfriend.
Yeah.
But is that girlfriend's fault or is that their fault?
No, it's totally their fault. I don't think.
It's people who bring their girlfriends to go see a band's fault.
Oh, that's a point. Next time you go to it doesn't even have to be a Doom thing, to be honest. Next time you go to like anything, any like sort of metal fest, look at who's wearing the Conan merch. It's guaranteed that 90% of it is going to be women.
And egg.
Yeah. I've got one
that photo of Egg having the best time of his life to Conan is my favourite.
No, that was Bast, wasn't it?
I thought it was Bass, but he says it's Conan.
Well, there's no one from Bast with us.
So yeah, I thought it was Bass.
Right.
Yeah.
This was Incineration then, wasn't it?
No, it's a Bloodstock.
Oh, right, okay. I have one. Well, I used to have a couple. I've got one Conan T-shirt that I like because I got it at Incineration, and it's a knight with a lance riding a snail, and it just looks fucking sick.
I've seen that art. It's fucking sick. Yeah. It's off of one of their EPs, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I can't. There's Slowmatics. I think it's actually a split.
Yeah. It's just perfect. The art perfectly describes
the art is
the music.
amazing. Yeah, it does. So I mean, even though because they can't. That's the next thing about Conan is that they can't perform live. Slowmatics can on a separate note there, but even though I'd just seen them absolutely crap when I bought that T-shirt in terms of like live performance, it is a fucking badass piece of artwork. So you can't not get it. If you see that for sale, you buy it.
What was your final rating on this album then, my friend?
Yeah, I forgot what I was supposed to be fucking talking about. So yeah, for me, right, I fully appreciate that this is not something that is for everyone. I do think it's funny that like in terms of Funeral Doom, I think this is probably the most accessible Funeral Doom album that exists. I can't think of another Funeral Doom album that is like this easy to listen to, which tells me to not suggest Funeral Doom to you in future. It's definitely an example of more art than music necessarily, if that makes sense. It's more the album is definitely designed to be a piece of art in its like entirety, rather than to necessarily like listen to and enjoy. Oh.
Sorry.
Right.
I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh, thanks for that. All right, fine. Okay, right. What I'm saying is, it's not something that you just you'd pick a song, put it on, and enjoy it. And it's more like watching a film. It's more like a painting or something. It's the same thing for a lot of Doom, a lot of Funeral Doom, or specifically Funeral Doom. Really, it's mostly more an experience than how you'd go into listening to a standard album. Because there was another one that I wanted to suggest at some point, but I think I probably won't now, because I don't want to just like, as much as it's true what you're saying that like it's a book club, I kind of also don't want to subject you to something that you're just not going to have fun listening to.
An actual book.
Coming from having to listen to, like, no offense, coming from having to listen to the Thor Rod week, like, I can't get over how difficult it was to review that album. And I don't really want to like willingly subject you to listen to something for an hour plus that you're just not enjoying.
Well, I think I still want to know what your
I'll give it nah, fuck it, man. This is up there in terms of my favorite albums. I'll just give it I'll give it a perfect score.
A fucking 0.
Yeah, I'll give it a 0.
So 4.5, 3.5, and a 0.
2.6, which means 2.5 total.
No, round it up. It's 3.
2.5.